Go cop, but don't cop a feel. All right. And the recording thankfully picked up that wonderful joke, so good for me. Alrighty. Well, you guys are picking up in Red Larch. I figured we'd go ahead and take care of one last thing. So before you guys are headed out,
Hey, real talk, what the hell is Red Larch?
oh, it's... what?
What is Red Larch?
What is Red Larch? Do you see Red Larch somewhere? Red
Number
Larch?
one.
You said the word Red Larch. And I still don't know what that is.
It's the name for the town in, like, canon This Adventure, but... I'm sorry, did I not edit it out?
No, you said the word Red Larch. And
Oh, Red Larch. Oh.
What the hell is Red Larch?
No, that's my fault. I've been reading the adventure and it says Red Larch, but this is Lakeside because we're in Ebeerron, goddammit.
That's fine. I just was super confused.
Yeah. The Larch.
I found I was drinking more than I remember last time we did this.
Yeah. DM Secrets, the official name for this town and the Faerunian version of this adventure is Red Larch. We are going to Lakeside. So... anyway, here's a nice map of Lakeside. Before we head on out, if you'd like, you can have a tour.
We already went to some of these places, right?
That's true. You have been to some of those places. The Swinging Sword is the inn. The Helmet High Sun is the tavern. Bill, you've been to Kenneth Clothing.
Yep.
And Walk It, you've been up to Hey Leah's. It's right where it says Hey Leah's. Right about there.
Neat.
Yep. So as you guys are standing in the square, just sort of conversing amongst yourselves, an elf wearing fine Talented leathers walks up to you and says, "You don't see as diverse a crowd as this very frequently."
No.
Really?
How you doing?
Everybody sits quiet for a moment.
I kill him. I kill him in the face.
I missed that. Sorry, I was chewing.
Does he deserve stabbing?
It's a she, actually. So she looks across the whole group of you and she says, "Huh, are you all adventuring sorts?"
Yes.
I suppose.
Yes, we are.
Why?
I'm always looking for fun.
Yes, I am. Magnus told me. Maybe you've heard of me.
Nope, can't say that I have. That was weird.
That was weird.
Oh, was that you?
What?
Eldritch noises from the abyss.
No, it wasn't me. No,
Yeah,
which
Bill?
was may have been me actually because I didn't hear it, but I don't.
She right. The elf gives you all a low bow. She says, "I am Phaedra Shansril of Shansril Fine Harness here in town. And you all appear to be as far from home as I am. In any case, you seem like the sort of people who would be interested in buying some fine leather wares."
Funny story. I actually have some I'd like to sell.
Leather? Well, if it's well-worked leather, then potentially I could take it off your hands, but I have a certain level of quality that I need to meet, you understand? Anyway, welcome to the town. Have you had a look around yet?
Only briefly.
At what point, like, is this the morning after, or is this, like, immediately after we get here?
This is like the day that you get there. You guys haven't spent a full day here yet.
Alright.
Mhm.
Have I had time to work the chain shirt into my armor yet?
Sure.
Okay. I can describe that later. I don't want to grab the flow.
I imagine that you had time.
Well, I think I was carrying at least one of the suits of leather, right?
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, you were helping me carry some
I
of
guess
that.
I'll sort of produce one, hopefully one that isn't too badly rent, and sort of hand it towards the elf in question and say,
Mhm.
we have a few things of this nature. Is this the sort of level of quality you're looking for? Or if not, do you know who might be interested in this?
She runs her finger over it real quick and says, no, this is shit leather. You'd be able to...
Forgive me, I can't say I know very much about leatherworking. I don't have much call for it myself.
You might be better off taking it to Galeker's. His place is a central location here in town. People go there to gossip and socialize. He, however, runs a bit of a pawn shop, and as I hear it, he is not afraid to sell items that might be useful on long journeys or banditry, if that's what you're into.
It's not what we're into. It's what these gentlemen were into.
Fantastic.
That's why they're dead.
In that case, yes, I think Gelker could probably take that off of your hands.
Excellent. Well, we will see Gelker. We've had a moment to look around the town a bit. I suppose I am looking for a decent smith or artificer in town.
Ah.
Wait, no, Margaret just muted Matt. Hold
Yep.
the phone.
Nobody can hear me.
And we haven't split up, like...
I
yeah,
unmuted myself so that you guys can hear me again.
Wait. How did I mute you for everybody?
Whenever you mute for everybody. Everybody.
Oh,
Everybody
okay,
can't hear
that
me then.
was just muting for me. Sorry.
I apologize, Margaret.
How
could
dare you, Margaret?
Just pretend that I don't
It's the
exist in
second
the
thing
real
you've
world.
done today.
So, yes, absolutely. If you're looking for arms, that would be Ironhead, local orc.
If we wish to sell arms, would that be the same place, or would we be better selling it at Galeker's?
I imagine that Ironhead could also tear down things, metal arms at least. If you're looking for armor, that would be the Tantor Smithy. The family runs it.
Are you aware of anyone who is familiar with the operations of more complex magical artifacts? I'm not hiding the fact that I'm a Warforged exactly, but I'm not going to pay attention to it. I'm still wearing my cloak, I think.
Sure. I mentioned to some extent your voice lets people know.
I imagine that's true, but I'm still not going to be like, I'm a Warforged. I need somebody who can patch me up.
Magic? No, I mean, there's nobody here. Well, I guess you could check out the All Faith Shrine, but that doesn't seem to be quite what you're asking. There are no artificers here. She points out the mage lights that are basically the lanterns on the street here. A contractor came in and did these. He's not local.
Does anyone maintain them?
No, they tend to last. He comes by every now and then. Actually, I think he is fairly local. Yes, he actually is located up in... Where is it? Sorry, real quick. He's actually up in Terra Motalar. Should be able to find him there.
Very well. Well, thank you for your help, and I'm sure we'll come to you if we have any need of purchasing fine leathers.
Of course. If you don't have places to stay, Swinging Sword or Mother Yolanthas is a good bet. Otherwise, I'll see you around. And she heads back to her shop.
Well met.
Cool.
Quite.
Where are we going?
Well, I know we were going to head out and go exploring. There was the barrow or whatever that had the ghost
The
in it.
ghost.
We were going to
Yep.
check that out.
So, Bill, if you want to, you can stop by and get some scrap and other strong materials from Tantor Smithy. You'll definitely be able to pick up some there.
That's all I need.
Yep.
So I guess if I haven't already got such devices, I will head there now.
Yeah.
I'll say to the group, I need to procure some materials to maintain stability. You're welcome to come with me if you'd like. I shouldn't be long.
I can take the stuff that you were carrying back. Are we gonna meet up tomorrow morning? and then head out or something? Like,
I
what
suppose
time,
that would make
what
sense.
time is it right now?
It's
Ish.
early afternoon.
Okay.
If
so
you were
probably
traveling
not.
to, say, Lance Rock, that is a good half a day's journey out. So that's
My only concern is, I know we had a fight not that long ago. I'm a little confused about the chronology here. So are we all rested up from that?
yeah. You've had a full day since then. You've definitely
Okay,
had a long
I
rest.
remember.
Mhm.
I'm willing to head out whenever, but I have less needed sleep than most of you. I also, as I said, do need to procure additional raw materials. I can leave whenever you would prefer. So when would you like to leave?
Tomorrow morning. That's my vote.
I'll
That
go
seems
with what the
reasonable.
lady said.
To leave in the morning?
I believe that's the plan. Shall we meet in the square at, or the center, you know, this place, Crossroads, whatever it's called, at dawn tomorrow?
Sounds good.
Or we
Sounds
must
good to me.
stay in the
Is
same
there
room.
anything more?
Jess,
we
it depends
should
on what's in
know
it.
about this ghost?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you there,
It's listening to
Doctor.
PHP.
Is there anything more that we need to know about this ghost, or we should learn?
My understanding was nobody knew very much about it at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the tomb is only about an hour outside of town.
Margaret, I thought I was staying somewhere else, but I can't remember for sure. No, I wasn't. I'm sorry. Never mind. I'm crazy. Yes, I'm with everybody else too.
Like if you're going over to the smithy to get your stuff, I'll probably take the leather off your hands. Thank you for the help in carrying it. And I'll head over to Galecrease.
I'm staying at my friend's house because I have a friend in town.
I was under the impression that Umbra had things she wanted to do this evening.
Things to sell, it sounded like, for the group.
By the time that's finished, it may be a bit late to begin a journey out to the tomb.
Yep.
I'm not in any particular rush myself, I suppose.
Have a day of it. We'll meet back up tomorrow.
Very well. So, I'm going to go to the smithy. I don't know how much we need to do. I'm just trying to buy bits and bobs for Warforged repair kits. I'm not intending to be super chatty, so that's up to you, Matt.
Sure. As you walk towards the smithy, you actually notice a Warforged walking down the road, heading sort of this way.
Really?
Yep.
Is it being pretty obviously a Warforged, or is it wearing a cloak like myself?
It's completely exposed. Like, it's not wearing any clothing at all.
Do I recognize any markings on it? Do I know where it's... Is it a soldier? Is it...
It looks to be infantry.
Move that back when you're done.
Do I recognize... I mean, do I recognize a side? A team?
Oh, a
nation?
team? Give me a history check? History check.
You got it. Just a second.
Damn. Okay.
How did I do?
Well, these...
Oh.
well, the specific make and model of this particular Warforged was only produced near the end of the last war in Karnath. He's a local model.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably going to let him alone then, just in case he still bears any ill will. I'm not... I guess most of my Kyrian emblems are below my clothing, but they're still fine. So.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay. Excellent. Whoops, that
Alrighty.
turns off this room. Not that anyone's watching. So. How'd I do that time? Not very well. Okay.
Not well at all. All right, so that's that. Who else is doing stuff?
I'm having a sleepover with Hylia.
Hooray!
I'm hoping to have a sleepover with somebody.
Umbra, you
I'll
can
sleep over with you, Alex.
probably pull that off along with a lot of other things. So,
Setting up the taverns to try and trade out stories and tales and see if anything, even if it's just rumors, what he can find out about the ghost of the quarry.
so you're asking about the man with the claw, or what are you asking about?
While we're doing the ghost, he's asking about both. See what rumors he can find.
Okay. So there isn't a whole lot about the ghost necessarily in the tavern. So you're at the Helmet High Sun, it sounds like.
Sure.
And so there isn't a whole lot known about it. As far as you can tell, it was just recently found. It's a really, really ancient tomb. Like, it doesn't quite look human at all. Like, it's pre-Galifar, basically.
Okay. Brad doesn't know what Galifar is.
So Galifar was the king that ruled the five
Lords.
nations. And after he died, that's when the last war really started. Pre-Galifar was the first big conqueror of like the human community on Corvair. So
Okay.
a really important historical figure in that respect.
This ghost is dressed anciently, or so the rumors say.
Yeah, the tomb is ancient. The architecture is ancient. Only like
Ancient. Ghost is new.
Yeah, only like a pair of children, the Tantor children, have like even mentioned the ghost, and they actually mentioned that it just looked like there was weird things happening around there. It seems haunted, and they did mention somebody that looked kind of like a ghost, like just inside, but they didn't really know what they saw.
So it's likely somebody's just a machine going, woo!
Yeah, it could just be a machine, or it could be a real ghost. Nobody's really for sure.
It's probably Farmer McCreary trying to keep people off his land. 'cause he
Probably.
found books.
I'd say there's like a 50% chance of that.
It's up to us and our.
And I wouldn't have succeeded if it weren't for you, buddy.
Would you make that possible? Thank you.
Ebeerron.
Oh my gosh, you're at the second one already?
Guinness.
You were supposed to
And
say
Alex, you're
it.
not driving home.
I am savoring it.
Oh,
Down.
Alex is just getting into character.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have any drugs, so.
I think
Yeah.
that makes
Long
sense.
dream.
Walking is definitely a Scooby.
Right, so is there anything else?
Alex
waiting for
doesn't
Margaret?
have any
Are we doing
drugs.
anything else until the morning, or are we all just kind of...
Well, so I was going to touch a couple other things. Walkett, as you're walking down the street, you see another gnome. There's another gnome here. And he's actually really, really well dressed, and he looks real fancy.
Oh, I don't like him.
Oh, ouch. Okay.
Civilization.
That's too bad, because he widens his eyes whenever he sees you.
Okay, I smile back because I'm not completely rude.
He waves at you and says, "Hello!
Hi.
Who are you? I've not met you yet."
I'm Rocket.
I see. Well, I am Corius Corlin de Civis. It's a pleasure to meet you. I've not seen any other gnomes here. You're not local, I expect.
No, I'm from the Elfie regions.
Oh. Well, that's farther west than I've ever been.
Well, okay, it's pretty nice up there.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. So I'm beginning to think we had less in common than I initially thought. But perhaps you'd like to get a drink with me anyway.
Okay.
You know, gnome solidarity and all that.
Sure. Gnome solidarity.
Well, excellent. And he takes you with him and he buys you a drink at the Helmet High Sun then. He's like, "So what are you doing in town? What brings you here?"
I'm investigating things for the gatekeepers.
Who are the gatekeepers?
I'm actually mostly on here for pleasure. I know someone who lives in town. I know Hylia.
Oh, Hylia! She seems like good people. I like
She is
Onderans,
good
generally
people.
speaking. They're noble in a sort of earthy way.
Yeah, we've been pen pals for a while, and I'm here visiting her, and it's nice.
Oh my god, that's so nice! Wow, you must be exceptionally kind.
Sure. What are you doing here? What do you do?
Oh, well, I'm here on house business. I, of course, send messages and receive messages for the people here in the town and outside in the frontier. If you ever go anywhere, perhaps you could take a message for me. I pay quite well for couriers.
Maybe? It depends on what the message is. I can, probably not at all. Sorry, I don't do society that often.
Oh, that's fine then. It was really just a joke. Anyway.
Sorry.
Love it.
As it happens, I actually have some business to go attend to right now, unfortunately. So I'll see you around town, and be well, and be safe, and goodbye. He heads out the door.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, I hope so. I think Umbra's just there in the corner,
Definitely.
talking to a set of laborers from the wagon store.
Walkett glares at her and tries to sneak out the tavern and run to Hylia's place.
Okay.
Alright. I have...
It does not, Bill, actually. The leafy green is going to show up elsewhere.
I have scimitars and light crossbows.
One of those is mine, just to be clear.
Yeah. You got one of the scimitars, so I've got 3 scimitars and 4 light crossbows.
Wield
And
them all at
sets
once.
of light armor. Yeah, I've got... They're wrapped up in my bedroll,
Okay.
hanging off of my backpack.
All right. So you.
I'm
Mhm.
not quite heavily encumbered, but, you know, minus 10 move speed. Oh no, my move speed is 40 feet.
Good God, what? Really?
Just incredibly fast.
Does the monk still lose most of its abilities if it receives medium encumbrance?
I don't know.
That used to be a big thing for 3.5.
So let's find out.
How is it 40 feet? Oh,
I
God,
had-
10 feet every level.
No. I took the mobile feat at first level, which gave me plus 10 move speed and the ability to not provoke attacks of opportunity from dudes that I attack, whether I hit or miss.
You can take feats at first level, so you can only take those when you're...
Well,
I'm a human.
Yeah, he's a human, so he
and
gets
Right,
bonus.
instead of getting
right,
plus
right,
1
yes,
to
yeah,
all
yes,
of my stats, I
I know,
chose to do a plus 1.
I know.
Bill, do you know?
I forgot.
Bill,
It is known.
do you?
Do you really know, Bill?
I'm so fancy, you all already know.
No, we don't. That is not known.
I'm in the fast lane from LA to Tokyo.
It is known.
It is known.
Nobody? Iggy Azalea? It's like a #1 song. I don't like the song, but it's famous.
I'm just making fun of you, Bill.
Well, I'm so fancy, so just stop it.
They takes precedence over fanciness.
Not wearing armor, wearing a shield, wielding a shield, blah blah blah. I don't see anything in the monk
The
about
encumbrance is technically an optional rule, so if it says anything, it would be under the encumbrance section, and I didn't see that, at least.
What is this?
Page
Encumbrance is
173.
technically an optional rule, not a core rule. And
174, 170.
so, whether it limits monk abilities would be not under monk, it would be under encumbrance, that's what I'm saying.
Encumbrance.
Okay.
I don't know.
Doesn't mention it.
Hello, Margaret. That is a lot more vodka.
Yeah, I know. Like rogues lose some of their abilities or get major penalties if they're taking medium encumbrance. Monks used to lose a bunch too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, right now in 5th
If it
edition,
got simplified.
yeah, basic encumbrance is just minus 10 to speed. You start to suffer disadvantage on stuff that you get heavy encumbrance, though.
Yeah.
So avoid that, like the plague. If you have light encumbrance, it's worse for some people than others.
I can carry a crap ton of stuff. I should be fine. I gotta be probably the second. Anybody else have stronger than 15? Probably Tal'Dorei does.
Margaret does too.
Okay.
She's got 18 strength.
Margaret has 18 strength.
Yeah, she's playing a weird rogue. That has
I'm a
18
strength
strength
based
and 14 dex.
What?
All right.
Crazy. Awesome.
Okay, I'm
Well-
a wizard with 15 strength.
I'm letting her use a warhammer basically as a reskinned rapier, and
What?
there's no. It just says you have to use the finesse weapon to sneak attack. You don't have to use the finesse weapon with dexterity to sneak attack. So
Warhammer is a finesse weapon?
No.
no, I'm reskinning it as a rapier, but it's more fun because it's a warhammer and she kneecaps people.
Okay.
Surprise!
At some point, I'm going to get a battle fist too, but not right now.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody with tolerance strength could use a Warhammer as a finesse weapon?
Mhm.
Well, Tal'Dorei is, what, 19 strength? 20?
I'll allow it. I'm allowing it for Margaret's character because it makes.
Well, if you've got that much
Sense.
strength, why would you want to
Which
finesse it?
technically just
Right.
defense carrying capacity.
I didn't hear that. Anyway, let's keep playing.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I'm gonna go to the smithy, but I'm not expecting to have a long chat. I'm just looking for scrap materials and stuff, as well as whatever it is you use to cut chain up, because I need to cut my chain shirt up and attach it to my, deployment armor. So, like we talked about, it's just a flavor thing. It doesn't matter in terms of rules.
Yep. That's his dog. That is his rations.
Bark, bark.
But I'm not expecting to chat right now. I guess I might ask you who that Warforged is. He or she, I guess I don't know.
I'm sorry. What were you doing, Bill?
I'm going to the smithy, like we talked about, to get some
Okay.
materials for my repair kits.
Oh yes, you meet the Tantor family. They're very friendly. They're all dwarves. They're all dwarves.
Racist.
Well, yeah.
I'm asking if they're racist.
No. I'm saying Matt's racist for making the Smiths up. No, never mind.
They're-
It is known.
So, yeah, the dwarves are happy to meet you. The Warforged out of the market, you mean?
I saw a Warforged bearing Carnathi symbols. I expect he's from around here. It's from around here. I was just wondering if you knew who it was. There are
Oh,
relatively
yes.
few of my kind simply meandering about town.
Yes, that's Brian. He makes a bit of a living pickling things out in the market square.
That's a curious hobby for a Warforged. Admittedly, I at least have very little sense of taste. Regardless, thank you. I was simply curious.
Oh, of course.
So I may come back soon. Do you think you will have more of these sort of scrap materials as I'm buying from you here? Do you think this is something you will have plenty of in stock, I suppose?
Oh yes, absolutely. We traded a lot of that. If you want any further enhancement later on down the road, we could potentially work on something like that for coin.
Well, I will certainly keep you posted. At the moment, well, I guess I'm probably wearing my shirt over this, which I'll probably take off when we go to work, right? So I say I'm working on some repairs myself, which are I've received some new materials, so we're making some progress at least. But I appreciate it.
Of course. All right. So you guys have all met folk.
I guess is Alex successful in selling stuff? Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, Yeah, I'm just being quiet over here.
Okay. You doing anything, Jessica?
Yeah, I was just, I was gonna wander into one of the, is there a booth or place that has, sells like healer stuff or, kind of like a hospital of sorts?
A temple or an apothecary?
Well,
Yeah, the apothecary.
so the All Faith Shrine is probably the best bet for magical healing. However, you have sort of familiarized with yourself with the town before coming here, and you do know that there is a House Jarasco house member here, Mother Yolantha, who runs the flop house here. She's of House Jarasco.
Okay, great.
Mm-hmm.
I go seek her out.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. So Mother Yolantha is probably in her 50s. She looks really pretty old. 50 comparative for halfling, so she's 120 or something. And she's smoking a long pipe as you come in, and looks up at you with heavy-lidded eyes. Hello, dear. How can I help you?
Greetings from House Jurassico.
How are things back in the capital?
Doing very well. I have been sent on an adventure of sorts. I was wondering what you possibly know about the Vale. Had you heard anything of its whereabouts since the war ended?
Oh, yes. That Vale. I know that it's in the Summer Hills. They're just to the north of here, actually.
How far north? How many days?
Somewhere in the hills. I'm not sure exactly how many. Although it only takes a good 6 days to make it all the way through the hills, if you know the paths. If I remember correct, the Vale is on a main path. And this is just from the stories that I've heard. I only knew of it whenever I was a girl. Visited it early on, but I can barely remember it. There is a winding path up in the hills, and it actually slips through some brush alongside a large outcropping of rock. You enter the Vale by going behind a waterfall. It falls from a sort of a mountain basin. Beyond that, I'm afraid I can't help you.
That's quite more information than I was expecting. Thank you, Mother.
Of course.
I will keep an eye out. While the house has many plans, I'm hoping that there may be some wonderful opportunities for healing and possible growth and stabs that we can develop for additional services to our community. So I appreciate your time and your wisdom.
Of course. If you have a place to stay, it would be inhospitable of me to turn you away, and there's a room right next to mine.
I would be much obliged. Thank you.
Of course. And if you wouldn't mind helping out with some of the administration while you're here, I would certainly appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Excellent. She leans back and offers you a second pipe. So you guys have a nice night just talking about Jurassico stuff, you know. Being
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're about to do that, actually.
I know, I'm sorry. Misunderstood.
Jesus Christ, Bill. So...
You're more excited to sell it than I am.
Yeah.
I just don't want to forget. I actually need the money, to be quite honest with you. So.
I need the money. Did he get the money yet? I need it. Bill. Not Bill. Alex.
Yes.
It's hard to tell sometimes.
We are quite similar.
So, Alex, are you heading over to Gaelker's to see if you can pawn off some shit?
I'm going to head over to Gaelker's because he seems more disreputable. And, I don't know, from the impression I got, it might be easier to wile a better price out of by providing both goods and services. Cough, cough.
Cough. Okay. Gaelker, the eponymous Gaelker, is currently in the midst of a crowd of people who are all chatting about town goings on. This appears to be a barber shop at the front of it. He's certainly cutting someone's hair right now. And he's a dwarf, by the way, so he's like right at hair cutting height. He's trimming some stuff, and he says, "Oh, crippled in the war, were we?" he says, as he's trimming off and drops more hair to the floor. "Come over here, girl. I've not seen your face before, and I intend to memorize it."
I come over. If there's a counter, I lean on it suggestively.
With your good arm? He finishes up with it and says, I'm not going to shave you unless you bring me 5 more sailors. Now get the hell out of here. And the man just runs on out. God. And he leans over to the counter near you. Other people are just chatting around. And he says, how can I be of assistance to you, my tattooed lady?
Well, I might have something that would interest you. We were traveling with a caravan and were attacked by some bandits. So we killed them, and now I've got some stuff to sell.
Can you keep a secret?
Probably.
I sold those men their weapons, and I'll buy them back from you for 85 gold.
Alright.
Alright. I like that.
He drops 85 coins on the table. He's like, I've got 85 ready to go. In fact, I think it's the same bag that they gave them to me in.
Thunk.
What do they call
Might
it,
need
slush
some
fund?
bleach and leatherworking needles for one of the suits of armor. I kind of stabbed him in the heart a couple times.
That's fun.
One of them's probably scorched from where I blew the guy's head off, too.
Do you know what that mark is? That mark is a good story, and they'll sell for an extra silver.
Here, buy this armor. Some dude died in it because it wasn't very good armor.
But it'll be better for you.
Also, I'm drinking what I would describe as a Cersei Lannister glass of wine because I don't want to keep getting up for more.
Nice. Yeah, this is my second thing of Cosmo juice and vodka.
Cosmo juice.
Cosmo juice. The juice of the cosmos. You just sort of squeeze the universe and
Yeah, I was like, do you have
There you
to
go.
milk the universe there, sunshine?
yep, you milk an entire universe.
Pan-galactic gargle blaster.
So
Hey, do you remember a recipe for pan-galactic gargle blasters? Because that was actually amazing.
yeah, those were really good. He's like,
right on your ass there.
if you're interested in moving more exotic goods, I could potentially help you with that.
I check my pouch. I could probably do a restock on some Dragon's Blood if you got some.
Do you know who actually is a good person for that? Head on down to.
That's why I'm asking.
Head on down to Bathinder's storage. Ergo Bathinder. He's a siren. You know, from down below, siren. Siren. Whatever it is, however you pronounce it. He, I think, might be able to help you out with that.
Alright. Thank you kindly.
Of course. You know what I'm actually interested in before you head out? Something that
Tell
I
me.
could potentially reward. This is unfortunately a personal matter. There was a delegation of dwarves from the Morrowholds. Others were with them as well. They were supposed to be coming through town about 4 days ago, as I understand it. That's what the people from up north told me. They haven't shown up. If you could bring me back a little bit of news, I could pay you at least a gold for it.
Any idea where to start? Beyond, like, somewhere northeast of here, between here and Roar?
Well, they were coming from Beliard. I think they were going to be coming through the hills. So, if you're in the way of that, up north, just see what you can gather. Make sure they left from Beliard on time, at least.
Fair enough.
My brother was with them. I just want to make sure he's safe.
You know, I could probably also go for a haircut. I've had my hair like this too long.
Have a seat. He trims it up. By the end of the night, you get over to Bathinder as well. He sets you up with some drugs. And I imagine you have just a wonderful night.
Yep.
You can drop 2 more gold for the drugs, though.
Definitely.
But you've got a supply for about a week.
Ebeerron white.
No. This is dragon's blood, man. It's the good stuff.
I was analogizing to Ebeerron white by suggesting that Alex doesn't know, or Umber doesn't know how to function without drugs. That's what I was trying to go for.
No, she's not, like, she really enjoys, like, I'm flavoring dragon's blood as, like, some hybrid of ecstasy and amphetamines.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So, they're just her happy pills.
Can Ordnance get high? It's actually, Ordnance does have to breathe, it looks like. It looks like they got rid of the fact that he doesn't breathe anymore, I think. We'll do it later, doesn't matter.
So that means no more writing an air elemental to the blood moon.
I don't think that's a thing I can do, no. It doesn't have to eat and drink, it doesn't say I don't have to breathe. I'll look it up later. If I do it right now, I figure it's from the screen. God knows we have so many fans watching.
There's a dozen people watching.
There was one person watching for a bit. Right now it still says there's one person, but I think that's me. I think I'm still thinking that.
Yeah, probably.
So yeah, I don't have anything else I'm doing today. I'm trying to rent. I honestly may not even be renting a room because I don't need to sleep exactly. So I may just try to pay half price or whatever to just rent a table and sleep there. You know, since I just hold still when I don't actually sleep.
Sure.
At Spanish Sword or whatever.
Sure thing. So the next morning.
Caught or a bunk in the flop house.
We have to get it.
Yeah. So night at the flop house costs about 2 silver. It's like dirt cheap. At the inn over at All Faith Shrine, it'll cost you an entire. I think it's an entire gold to spend the night. So a bit more expensive, but it's sleeping in fine beds.
Like I said, I'm hoping to just see if I can rent a table.
Yep, absolutely.
I'll tell them. I'll also tell them that I'll just I'll keep a watch on things if they're interested in that. So I might even, you know.
Sure. No.
Extra bouncer.
Kaylessa is the runner of the inn. Kaylessa and Kel.
Sorry, everyone.
And she says, "Oh no, don't worry about it. You can stay the night. It's not a problem. Just sit over there, make sure that we don't have any thieves, and that should be fine."
I should be able to do that. So do I need to pay anything, or are we good?
Don't worry about it. It's not a room. You're fine.
Oh, thank you. I'll hopefully I won't have to do anything, but I'll be at your service if anyone attempts to deprive this fine establishment of any of its goods. Jessica also wandered off. I don't know where she went. To get the door.
Mm-hmm.
Aha.
And I'm going to spend the 4 hours I'm not sleeping, or I'm not trancing or whatever it is. It doesn't have a name, but you know, just Warforged sleep. I will be spending some of that time working on my spells, of course, and be preparing a different set because I don't have to have major armor anymore. And also using my, shears or whatever to cut the chain shirt into pieces. And I've repaired some section of my deploying armor thing, and I'm attaching the chain shirt to that.
Sure. Yeah, you've
now
got Smith's
I can
tools. That's easy.
Deploy out to something like that.
Yeah.
So
works for me.
He said flavor-wise, it's just I'm wearing a chain shirt. Rules-wise, it's just I'm wearing a chain shirt. But
Yeah.
I think this is more fun.
Works for me. All right.
Streaming stopped.
Alrighty. So the next morning, you guys can all gather up in the courtyard. Dawn is breaking. Are you guys planning on heading to the tomb first? That is really close. Or are you going to Lance Rock to investigate the plague?
I believe the tomb was the plan first, and then if that's resolved quickly, we might head off to Lance Rock today
Sure.
as well. And Umbra, did you manage to sell those goods?
Like, I'm probably first there, having rolled out of whatever bed I had ended up staying in, and doing like morning calisthenics and jumping jacks if anyone's around to appreciate it. And yes, as people are arriving, Umber might have individual conversations because she doesn't remember any of your names.
Maybe a permanent.
That's right, Gary.
And we'll, like, yeah, individually ask if it's all right to give you nicknames. I'm thinking Calderoy becomes Big T, Darwin becomes Dar, Zranarak, like, I'm never going to remember that. Would you be offended if I called you Zeke?
Zeke?
Because you're a dude, right?
Would you be offended if I called you Artie, like short for Arthur, but also just the letters R, D?
My designation is ORD78.
So if I called you Artie,
Which I suppose. Whatever.
awesome.
Suppose I haven't thought about Arthur. Arthur's a masculine name, isn't it?
Typically.
Ordnance appears to think for a moment.
Cool. And Locket is shortened to Kit.
Is that a short joke?
No. Because, like, you're cute, kittens are cute, so, like, I figure Kit, whatever.
Kit is actually the diminutive for a fox, not a cat. Ordnance.
Fact.
Yeah, like
I
a
like
fox.
foxes.
I'm ready. Did you manage to sell those materials?
I did, yes, thank you. Here's that for helping me carry.
How much are we talking here? I don't honestly know.
I give you...
What does the Wocket say?
that many golds.
Right. So we're not splitting it up evenly between the whole group then? Is that?
If nobody else asks,
Hell,
like...
I'm okay with Ordnance is not going to make a scene about it.
Let's do the Wocket in the garbage disposal.
Right, so I have money in.
I will
Every
turn
time I
into a
look at
bear
my
in the
character sheet,
wall.
the streaming stops because I don't know how to. Okay.
Whatever. It's fine. It's recording. It'll be fine.
Weird. Why does it do that?
We'll still have a record. Anyway, so the tomb is about an hour outside of town. It is luckily on the way to Lance Rock. Hooray!
I'm sorry, for just like half a second. Matt, I can't remember. I'm trying to buy a 25 gold piece diamond. Was there a place around town I could do that quickly or not? I'm sorry, I don't remember. You told me.
That would be Gaelker's, if you could find it.
Well, how about that right now?
Or maybe Valavor's Sundries.
I'll do it later. We're good now. Let's go.
Okay. Yeah, you might be able to find it at Valavor's Sundries as well, actually. Anyway, so you're not looking for that now, though?
Let's keep quiet.
Okay.
My hair is considerably shorter than it was last time you saw me, undercut on both sides. It's basically a mohawk.
Fantastic. So you guys are headed over to the tomb. The tomb is in fact ancient looking. Moss has grown over most of the rock of it. It's made out of a sort of old looking marble. It's sort of unusual to find in this part of the world. If anybody would like to make a history check to identify its rough origin, that might be useful.
We're doing the what? I'm sorry, a history?
Yeah, history check.
11.
Yep. And
Once it's Kyrie, at which point I've got my book, but I don't think it is.
go ahead and give me perception checks as well.
Okay.
Everybody?
Religion is almost like history, except not.
Sorry, I pressed the wrong button.
A
not
zero.
paying attention.
A zero.
Let's see. If I roll poorly, it's possible I could get a 0 on this history check. Not quite.
Zranarak already did.
Yeah.
Oh.
I got a 1 on my history check and a 1 on my perception check. I am not paying attention.
So Saronic is just like, I have no idea.
It's a rock.
He's busy
It's a
reading his
thing.
book.
Zeke,
can
you're the
do two
dwarf. How
numbers
can you
or
not
the
know
one?
what the rock is?
Idiots.
Isn't this your thing?
The left one have advantage.
Oh.
All right, so Alex and Brad, both Umbra and Taldroy, notice a thin wisp of smoke emerging from the woods nearby.
Hey, something's on fire over there. Likely a campfire. Do you think we should go check on our bandit friends?
You can either, Jessica, you can either hit the die button that's over on the left, or you can go into your character sheet, and each skill should have a little die next to it.
Come here, guys. Come here.
And you can roll those.
Come here. Come here. Come here, Ezzy. Ezzy, no. Come here. No, come here.
As far as history is concerned, I think that literally everyone has no idea what it is. So,
It's a rock.
it looks old. There's moss on it.
It's not just a
Who
rock.
gives a damn?
Who cares?
The
Ghost.
people were saying this is like before the first king.
That's it, Jessica. Woo. So, give us a perception check, Jessica, to see if you notice the smoke too, I guess. Alrighty. Nope.
Well, Chalderoy points it out, saying, "Hey, I think something's on fire over there."
Mm-hmm. And some of you can even see the smoke.
Does it look like a campfire? Or does it look like...
Yeah, it looks vaguely
Alright,
campfire-like, yeah.
It's not very intense smoke, so yeah,
Yeah,
probably
no concerns.
campfire.
Should we investigate or just continue to look at the two?
We're here to see the ghost. They might have information on the ghost.
They might also be travelers passing through.
Don't ghosts usually make themselves known at night? That's the stories, right?
I don't know. Can I make a religion check?
Things are spookier in the dark, yeah?
We're gonna have a quick music change.
I made a decent religion check. Do ghosts prefer to come out at night? Do I know?
Ghosts don't appear to give a shit.
That's kind of what I thought.
Chalderoy's not making a religion check, he's making a folk story check.
Sure.
It's like, this is what all of the stories say.
That is
I
like
think
what,
that's-
a wisdom check, I guess? I don't know.
Chalderoy's not trained in religion.
I think that's more because the average ghost story seemed to be more effective at night. More of a rhetorical technique, I think, than an actual legitimate description of saying.
Yeah. I'm gonna go talk to the people.
Warforged. Okay, so you guys are headed towards the campfire?
I guess so.
I
Okay.
attack the darkness.
So you're approaching the campfire, and you come in to see that a very, very large person is seated there. And when I say large, it looks like they're probably about like 8 feet tall when they stand up. They've got sort of a grayish color of skin. He's currently whittling as you approach the campfire.
So it's somebody's with Chalderoy's build.
Yeah, but burlier.
Oh. Earlier?
Cowboy, brownie.
A bit, yeah.
Womp womp. It's the Grey Hulk.
Run away.
Run away. Hi.
I am not the best, Ordnance says, at
Greetings,
making...
sir.
Okay, he's doing that.
So the figure, like, surprises, turns around and stands up. It's all of, like, 9 feet tall, actually. It's got a pretty long lower torso. And it turns around and looks down at you. It looks to be not entirely, like, civilized as far as the races are concerned. Maybe, like, half ogre. Yeah, I know.
We're investigating the tunes over there. They're ghost stories. Saw your campfire and thought maybe you've seen something.
He sort
I'm
of...
Chalderoy. Maybe you've heard of me.
looks confused. He looks confused for a moment. He's like, "Wait a minute, I have heard of you." And he blinks for a moment. He says,
It consented.
"But."
What? Consent is
Anyway.
very important.
Anyway, so he says, Tal'Daroy of what, the Sun Skimmer? Tal'Daroy who fought off an entire army of Sahuagin? That Tal'Daroy?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, I've heard of you.
Sahuagin were riding sharks too.
Well, I mean, what else does Sahuagin do? Right? They ride sharks.
Yeah. Sharks and pitchforks.
They ride pitchforks?
No, they carry pitchforks.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Today I'm here to fight a ghost.
Oh wait, oh you're here for the haunting, right? Yeah, the haunting. Yeah. Go take care of the ghost, I guess. That would be nice.
Sir, do you know anything about this alleged ghost?
Well, no, I've not really been inside. Actually, we just sort of wait around outside.
We? May I ask who we is?
No, you may not.
Very well. Ordnance looks at the ground for a moment.
It's like it's like the royal we. Like I wait outside because of the ghost.
You wait because of the ghost. So otherwise you would be checking out the insides? Because the ghost hasn't come out of the tomb. Doesn't come out of the tomb, but you've heard it?
No, I've seen it, man. It's like ghosty and shit. It's all like translucent and yeah, ghostish.
Right. Ordnance says, shall we investigate this ghost then and leave this gentleman to what he's doing? Friends, shall we investigate the ghost, or shall we stay here and continue to disturb this gentleman's dinner?
Let's go kill us a ghost.
Breakfast, I
Sure.
suppose. Right, so Ordnance is going to turn around and keep walking off towards the temple, or the tomb rather. And once we're far enough away, Ordnance is going to look at everyone else and say, so he's clearly working with whoever's pretending to be the ghost, right?
Yep.
That'd be my
Okay.
assumption.
Old man McGregor keeping people off of his land.
So let's go into tomb.
Well, he's not feral. He's just kind of dumb. So you're heading into the tomb. It is, again, ancient. There's some nice pillars going on there.
Real people, all right? It's just I check the counter every so often. It says people are watching.
Yeah. All right. So, a bunch of pillars in the tomb. As you head on in, it's sort of this. Give me a second.
It's too late, Brad. They've already left.
Dark, musty entrance. It looks like the opening of the tomb has been opened with some sort of explosive force.
Alex is one of the people watching us. Why are you doing that?
Deception!
It's like it's all people in the game.
Well, I think. Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway. Sorry. Dark, musty entrance.
It's a dark and it's a musty entrance.
It's a musty.
It's a musty. Yep. So inside the door is a passage, 10 feet high and 10 feet wide, running straight into the hill. 30 feet later, it opens out into a square room, 30 feet by 30 feet, containing a stone block table. Stains and marks atop the slab suggest rusted objects were arrayed on it.
Somebody actually is watching who's not from the game.
Well, that's exciting. In the middle of the wall to the right of the entry passage, it is a closed and severely rusted iron door.
I'm going to investigate the door. I'm going to make the old perception check on the door. See
I
if,
want to do a basic perception check just to see if I can see anything.
Well, you can see everything that I just described.
Can I see anything special?
While the severely rusted iron door appears to have water damage.
I am not paying attention.
So someone big and strong. Not that I'm not strong and capable.
So again, it's a 10 by 10 room.
Someone, perhaps a...
Stone slab, iron rusted door.
Could someone punch that thing?
Tolerate will give the door handle a tug.
Okay.
Probably does.
That's like a strength check.
Well, as you start to touch it and give it a tug, a ghostly figure materializes just to your right.
Ghostly figure.
It appears to be a hobgoblin. It's got sort of ornate armor on with a lot of hard edges. And holds up a hand in your direction, Tal'Dorei.
Tal'Dorei holds up a hand back, mimicking the gesture.
It speaks in a strange tongue, and a meaning worms its way into your brain. Halt, for my lord rests beyond. Now, above the door is a stone inscription in the wall. It, too, is written in a strange language. Well, I mean, it's written in a strange language, except Umbra can translate it.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, you can actually read it. It says, among the thousands the wolf spider claimed was Prince Vakarim, son of the Emperor, and hero without equal. May he be mourned forever.
Prince, what's his face? Blah blah.
So,
Can you read something? Do you know whose tomb this might be?
It's Prince
Phantom Hobgoblin.
Zechariah.
So,
No.
I don't know. Well, I mean, I do know. I just don't care.
It's really not Zechariah at all. Wow.
I'm going to look at the ghost, and I'm going to
What?
say, we don't mean to intrude.
Like, all the sound just totally
Sorry,
cut out
something else
from the
is happening.
except for the background music.
Oh, really? Having internet issues? Oh. Is it coming back in?
No.
Maybe try disconnecting and reconnecting.
Margaret's frozen on her screen.
Yeah, she's out now, apparently. Having internet issues. Oh, there she just dropped out.
That's what you just told me to do.
Oh, it's fine. She's doing
Yeah, I
that
think
on
she's
purpose.
like, you told her to.
What did you want me to?
Well, whatever.
Tal'Dorei and Ordnance are trying to speak with the Hobgoblin.
Yeah, I'm going to walk towards the ghost, and I'm going to say, we do not mean to intrude. We simply have heard reports that you're present recently, and we wondered what has changed. Is everything all right?
He looks between the two of you, and says, I do as I have always done. I protect the grave of my prince.
Has someone attempted to disturb this grave recently? Other than us?
None have passed beyond this door, he says.
That's not what I asked.
There's a hint of pride in his voice.
What about that door? Tal'Dorei points to the broken stone behind him.
It has been opened recently. An act of nature, not anything intended. And with it went the defensive magic as well.
Well, we don't wish to make your life difficult, but some of the local townsfolk heard about your presence. We're likely to not be the last to investigate.
I do not reveal myself unless one touches this door. They have nothing to fear from me.
Well, who touched the door? Before my friend Magnus here.
Yeah.
there was a large creature, half ogre.
Did it do anything other than touch the door? Did it speak to you at all?
No, but its bugbear did.
What did the bugbear say?
Demanded that I let it in. I refused, and beat them both away.
Did it say why it wanted in? I wonder if there's something buried with your prince. Not that I desire it, but passes my mind.
My prince has been dead for a long time. He was buried with his own goods and with his own weapon.
Would any of those likely be of value or import? Or are they simply well decorated, as I'm sure they were?
If the Deccan Empire still holds weight, then I would imagine the value is great. Otherwise, no.
Ordnance turns its back on the ghost and looks at the rest of the room and says, well, I'm hesitant to simply burst through this door on the off chance there's something interesting in there. That seems to be impolite. Should we simply be on our way, or should we see if this bugbear, and I presume that's the half-ogre we met outside, what they're up to and why they want in?
Yeah, I suppose we could go back and talk to them. As long as the townsfolk don't come into this tomb, I don't think they have anything to worry about from our friendly ghost.
It seems relatively pleasant.
Provided people are not trying to get in. We can just, tell the townsfolk not to fuck with them, and, all will be well.
That would make some sense to me.
Yep.
I don't see any reason that we need to engage in grave robbing at this time, so perhaps we'll speak with this half-ogre and see what he might have to say for himself, shall we?
Alright. Let's go check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so as you guys are heading back out, you notice the half-ogre is sitting just about 20 feet away from the door, both hands resting on a big battle axe.
Of course.
With a funny-looking grin on its face.
Ordnance is going to sort of casually take off the nice shirt that the oath person gave him, fold it, and put it down next to the door, and deploy its armor.
I like it.
A series of clanks
Walking
and
is kind of
groans.
a little bit away from everything.
You see part of it is the chain shirt that it picked up just the other day. It starts to fold back out over itself, and it still doesn't look like it's quite finished, but it's at least better than it was last time you saw it fight. It's been working out some repairs.
Okay.
But it doesn't draw its scimitar or anything. It's just readier for a fight than it was a moment ago.
Already. I like it. So the half-ogre laughs at your little display, and says, "So, you find yourselves at an impasse. We've seen little people that fight, and we've seen little people that just take the smart path and give us a bit of their money. Which of those people are you going to be?"
I want to charge this guy and stab him 4 times.
Okay.